The wide and wondrous world is filled with lights. Known as the symbol of hope, lights in the modern civilization analogously purport the continuous demands in our existence. The world is as bright as hectic as it is. Roads cram with vehicular lights endlessly shuffling from one place to the next. Establishments boast its appealing light displays against one another. Streets line up with lampposts fulfilling its role from dusk until dawn. Lights are never turned off, as the world never stops to work. Not a single person knew how ephemeral the world could be, not until a virus-caused illness spread on humanity. Slowly, horribly, and inevitably, the lights of the world went out one by one. As the lights dimmed, the society's hope for a brighter day blurred as well. Closure of businesses, termination of travels, and cancellation of classes were the unrelenting darkness that filled the world. When the torch of education seemingly succumbed, a spotlight unexpectedly glimmered radiantly in front of me. Amidst the challenges to promote learning continuity in schools, I was assigned to deliver lessons on a new platform, the television. Classes in the Philippines resumed on the 5th of October 2020. After months of hazy rest and ceaseless turmoil, finally, teachers and pupils were back in the zone. As my colleagues in Mambog Elementary School, a public elementary school in Bacoor, Cavite, turned on their computers to facilitate online classes, I turned on my television to tune in to DepEd TV. As I saw myself on the screen, I can't help but get teary-eyed with excitement, enthusiasm, and exhaustion all put together. The spotlight brought me to a new role in the new normal of education, a DepEd TV Teacher Broadcaster. During the shoot of my episodes, I am required to be in the studio at 7 o'clock in the morning. Given this timetable, waking at around 6 o'clock is fine to do all the necessary preparations for the shoot. But every time I attend a shoot, my eyes automatically open at as early as 4 o'clock. I am always excited. This is the most important aspect of being able to do well the tasks ahead of you. Always be excited to meet new people, learn new things, and share your talents with others. More than 100 teachers, including myself, were selected to work as full-time broadcasters who deliver lessons on television and radio, while some cooperatively work on the before, during, and after tasks of the production of episodes for DepEd TV, like video editing, graphics designing, and animations. Broadcasting is the replacement of regular teaching load in our respective schools. As DepEd TV Teacher Broadcasters, we must have the mastery of subject area to be taught, articulacy of appropriate language for various learners, and confidence in front of the camera. Upon selection, intensive and extensive preparatory trainings were given to help prepare teacher broadcasters face the world of media. Since we are shooting episodes for DepEd TV in the course of the pandemic, heavy traffic is never a challenge. There are almost no vehicles to compete with on the road. While on the road, I can't help but look outside the car window and think of how blessed I am for having a healthy well-being, for having free transportation to and fro the venue, and above all, for having being selected as one of the teacher broadcasters in DepEd. Everything in the studio set is highly modern. The cameras, computers, and microphones are state-of-the-art. The set is full of blinding lights. My eyes had a little difficulty adjusting to those. But that is just the studio set. We also have a sala set where we can rest our bodies in between takes. We have a dining set where we share not only meals but also laughter, grief, dreams, and hopes for the future. And we have a set of teacher broadcasters whom in just 1 month already formed a family among us. The first day of shooting was enjoyable. I get the usual comments about my voice being too deep for my height and my eyes being too large for my face. I found those remarks funny all the time. But shooting episodes for DepEd TV is very exhausting. Other people just see the smiles in front of the camera, but what is hidden are the long number of hours we write our scripts, the pain of our feet after standing almost half a day while shooting, or worse, the pressure of bashing from parents, students, and other teachers. Despite numerous claims that television negatively impacts the development of children, the effects of children's viewing of educational shows on television tell otherwise. Children gain academic and pro-social benefits from watching educational shows on television. Watching educational shows also help children with literacy skills like alphabet recognition, letter word knowledge, vocabulary size, and verbal skills, math skills like number recognition, shapes, relational terms, sorting and classification, science skills like identifying the body parts and its functions, and school readiness. As teacher broadcasters, we are also prone to public scrutiny. I experienced internet shaming twice. First, a university professor took a screenshot of my personal YouTube videos and pointed out the erroneous title card's Alphabetong Pilipino, which must have been Alphabetong Filipino. I admit the mistakes I did, but I was hurt by the way the professor humiliated me on social media and different teacher groups. Sometimes, educators degrade other educators instead of supporting one another. People nowadays consider it fun to embarrass people just to prove that they are intelligent. I edited my YouTube videos as fast as I could. I thanked the professor for pointing out how I could improve my videos. I just hope that this was done privately through email or Facebook Messenger. This taught me a lesson to be more careful on creating online content for my audience. It also made me realize that whatever we do, there will always be at least one person who would not be pleased with our efforts and endeavors. Still, we must not get tired of doing sacrifices for our learners. Educators are born with a shield of metal, but with a heart of gold. Second, my photograph was used as thumbnail for a video on YouTube with a catchy statement indicating that laptops will be given to teachers in the Philippines for free. Unfortunately, the owner of the video used my photo in the thumbnail without asking my consent. This could be a flattering event, but when I saw this on Facebook, I became extremely worried and irritated. The news detailed on the video were mostly fake. Pictures and video clips embedded on the video were likewise borrowed from other references which were not cited properly. Announcements on the video were also misleadingly steered towards the Department of Education, thus creating confusion to its viewers, with whom the majority are teachers. My picture was visibly shown as the banner of these deceptive information source, which makes me look like a part of it. What makes it worst are the comments of the teachers who've watched the video. Some hoped and believed to receive laptops, while some are placing their anger and disappointment to the Department of Education. This faulty YouTube video is unfair to me, the Department of Education, and to the viewers affected by its content. I sent multiple messages to the video owner to remove my photo as part of the video thumbnail. I am also saddened by the way the viewers, who are teachers, reacted to the video. I am not demeaning them, but how could they teach critical thinking to their students if themselves could not distinguish credible news sources from fake ones? The video was posted on different teacher groups on Facebook with tens of thousands members. Thankfully, the owner of the video agreed to remove my photo from the thumbnail. Indeed, social media is an avenue that quickly spreads news, real or fake. Teachers are said to be natural-born actors and actresses. Inside the classroom, we need to be a mother, doctor, magician, or storyteller, to name a few. We must execute all these roles to promote holistically developed children that will contribute meaningfully to the country. Now, I get to be a real actress. As a DepEd TV Teacher Broadcaster, I teach my lessons on a new platform, the television. But I realized that aside from the different roles I need to carry out on screen, the greatest act that I need to perform is to conceal the pain, stress, and heartaches that I encounter in my personal life. I am also suffering with the condition of severe thoracolumbar dextroscoliosis. Thus, standing too long is not ideal for me. Here's a little secret. I almost quit as teacher broadcaster. I was so burned out one day that I woke with an intense headache at 3 o'clock in the morning. I cried out frantically. I screamed out repeatedly that I wanted my life to go back to normal, to be a classroom teacher again. In the middle of my confusion, I felt a warm hand touch my forehead. This soft caress was later added by a tight hug. "The kids need you," my mom whispered. She wiped my tears and said that I am just tired and that I needed to rest, recharge, and refuel my mind, body, and spirit. The kids need me. That's all I needed to hear. Being a DepEd TV teacher broadcaster is surely difficult, but then When you think of the number of kids from all parts of the country that will benefit from your efforts and sacrifices, then all the tiresome days will just be blown like leaves in an autumn day. That is why teachers are heroes. We lead double lives. We make sure that no matter how chaotic our personal situation is, we face our students with a body full of energy, a head full of knowledge, and a smile full of enthusiasm. Bringing all our weapons in teaching, computers, internet modems, student records, TV scripts, we must combat the challenges in our education system today to continuously increase student achievement. Indeed, we must rise, create a new normal for learning amidst the pandemic. The lights of DepEd TV will not fade out soon. Just like the stars, it was meant to illuminate the darkness that engulfed the education system in our country. Let these stars be our guide. Let its glare awaken the souls hungry for knowledge. Let its shimmer tickle the values drowned by modernity. Let its brightness steer our young learners into a path of being humble citizens for God, for the people, for nature, and for the country.